Is a seismic shift about to rock the Raiders? After the recent 41-24 loss to the Bengals, Gardner Minshew's benching might just be the tip of the iceberg. With offensive coordinator Luke Getsy's job possibly hanging by a thread, the team stands at a pivotal crossroads. Injuries are piling up, the offense is stagnating, and fans are left wondering, what does the future hold for the Raiders today? Join me as I unpack the unfolding drama and explore whether this team can turn things around. And before we dive in, I want to hear from you. Do you think it's time for a major overhaul? Or should we stay the course? Leave your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for all the latest Raiders news. I've followed the Raiders through highs and lows, but this season feels different. The optimism that filled the air at the start has been replaced with uncertainty and frustration. After the devastating loss to the Bengals, it's clear that something needs to change. Today, we'll delve into the current state of the Raiders, examining the challenges they face and the decisions that could shape their future. From player performances to coaching dilemmas, let's explore what's really going on with the Raiders today. Watching the Raiders fall 41-24 to the Bengals was a tough pill to swallow. I could feel the energy drain from the stadium as the game slipped away. This wasn't just another loss. It felt like a turning point, a moment that could define the rest of the season. The defense struggled to contain the Bengals' offense, and our own offensive efforts seemed lackluster after a promising start. Fans around me were murmuring, questioning decisions, and expressing their frustration. The atmosphere was heavy, filled with a mix of disbelief and disappointment. This loss wasn't just about the scoreline. It highlighted deeper issues within the team. The questions started swirling. Is this the beginning of a downward spiral? Can the Raiders bounce back from this? Or is it time to rethink our approach? When Gardner Minshew was benched, I felt a wave of shock ripple through the crowd. Minshew had been a beacon of hope for many of us, a player we believed could lead the Raiders to victory. Seeing him sidelined raised immediate concerns about the team's direction. I wondered what this meant for the Raiders today. Is Minshew's benching a sign of bigger changes to come? Could this decision affect team morale and performance in the upcoming games? The speculation didn't stop there. Rumors began circulating about offensive coordinator Luke Getsy's future with the team. If Minshew isn't safe, is anyone? The uncertainty is palpable, and it's clear that the Raiders are at a crossroads. In the midst of chaos, rookie center Jackson Powers-Johnson stepped up with a message of hope. "We're not going to give up," he said, his determination shining through despite the team's struggles. His words resonated with me and many other fans clinging to optimism. I admire his resilience. As a rookie, it's impressive to see such leadership and confidence. It's players like Powers-Johnson who remind us that there's still fight left in this team. But is resilience enough? With a 2-7 record and 5 straight losses, the challenges ahead are immense. Powers-Johnson's spirit is inspiring, but the team needs more than words to turn this season around. The Raiders started the game with a bang, a meticulously executed 11-play, 70-yard drive that culminated in a Zamir White touchdown. I was on my feet, cheering, believing that this was the momentum we needed. But after that initial spark, the offense fizzled out. It was like watching a car run out of gas just as it was picking up speed. In the last 5 games, we've managed only 4 touchdowns after our opening drives, all during garbage time when the outcome was already decided. I couldn't help but feel frustrated. Where was the dynamic offense we glimpsed at the start? The stagnation is a glaring issue that needs to be addressed if the Raiders hope to salvage this season. Our running game, once a cornerstone of the Raiders' offense, seemed to vanish after the opening drive. Gaining just 43 yards for the rest of the game is unacceptable for a team with our aspirations. I watched as the offensive line struggled to create gaps, and our running backs were repeatedly stopped in their tracks. It was disheartening to see an area where we previously excelled become a significant weakness. This decline raises serious concerns about our offensive strategy and execution. The Raiders today need to find a way to reignite the running game if we want to keep defenses honest and open up opportunities downfield. Head coach Antonio Pierce's post-game comments added fuel to the fire. "We have the week off to evaluate everything," he said. Those words echoed in my mind. What does everything entail? Speculation is mounting that offensive coordinator Luke Getsy could be on the chopping block. Minshew's benching and the offense's poor performance have placed a spotlight on Getsy's play calling and overall strategy. As a fan, I wonder if a coaching change is the answer. Could new leadership on the offensive side revitalize the team, or would it cause further disruption? These are tough questions that the Raiders need to consider carefully. Adding to our woes, injuries have decimated the offensive line. Colton Miller, Andrus Peat, and Cody Whitehair all left the game with ankle injuries. Seeing them hobble off the field was a gut punch. The impact was immediate and profound. With key players sidelined, the protection for our quarterbacks crumbled, and the running game suffered even more. It's hard to execute any offensive game plan when the line can't hold. Injuries are part of the game, but the timing and severity have put the Raiders in a precarious position. Depth will be tested, and backups will need to step up in a big way. Late in the game, Coach Pierce made a surprising decision to bring in Desmond Ridder. It was a bold move that caught many, including myself, off guard. Ridder faced immediate challenges, but showed flashes of potential. He capped his debut with a 22-yard touchdown pass to tight end Brock Bowers. Despite the hits he took, Ridder remained confident. "I felt good other than the hits," he said after the game. Ridder's performance provides a glimmer of hope. Could he be the catalyst the Raiders need? It's too early to tell, but his resilience is a positive sign amidst the uncertainty. As we head into the bye week, the Raiders have a chance to regroup and reassess. Coach Pierce hinted at possible changes, and rumors suggest that offensive coordinator candidate Scott Turner is waiting in the wings. I'm curious to see what decisions will be made. Will we see a new offensive strategy? Could personnel changes shake up the team's dynamics? The next few weeks could shape the Raiders' trajectory for the rest of the season. It's a pivotal moment. The Raiders today are at a crossroads, and the choices made now will have lasting impacts. Our next challenge is against the Miami Dolphins, a formidable opponent. But with adversity comes opportunity. The bye week offers the Raiders a chance to heal, adjust, and come back stronger. I'm holding on to hope that this could be the spark we need. If the team can address the issues and make the necessary changes, there's still time to turn things around. The season isn't over yet. As a loyal fan, I'll be cheering them on, believing that the Raiders can rise above the challenges and reclaim their season. So, fellow Raiders fans, we're at a critical juncture. Is it time for a change in the offensive line, or should we give Minshew and Getsy more time to adjust? I want to hear your thoughts. Leave your opinions in the comments below. Let's keep the conversation going and show our support for the team. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for all the latest Raiders news. Together, we can ride out the storm and look forward to brighter days ahead. I'll be back soon to update you on all things Raiders.